Welcome back here on 13 ABC Action News, the Roundtable program for this Sunday. Deputy Chief Diana Ruiz-Krause with us now. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. We talked about in our first segment how we were going to discuss recruiting again, recruitment effort that is out there. The numbers, as we said, have reached, I guess, lows that we haven't seen in some time as far as the number of officers on the force. But you guys are in an all-out effort to try to build that up. We talked with you a couple of weeks ago. You guys had a kickoff event. What's the response been as far as bringing in those new officers?
The response has been very good. We are actually above the numbers of interest cards that we had throughout the entire process the last time we had a recruitment effort. So we are very happy with the response we've gotten so far.
Typically, when you get those numbers in, if you get a large group of people, what is the fall off between now and taking the exam, which we'll get to the dates in just a second, but do you see those people who sign up, initial interest, and then you kind of lose some of them through time?
We absolutely lose some of them. That's why we want to keep up this recruitment effort and remind people that just because you signed an interest card doesn't mean you're in the process. The very important dates are November 3rd through November 16th, where we actually have the formal application process. And if you don't formally apply, you will not be able to take the test for the police officer position.
Okay, let's go ahead and show people those dates at home. You alluded to them a little bit, Deputy Chief, and we can talk about what they need to do, the dates that they need to remember, especially when they want to get their application cards in. We've got those dates right there. You guys have set these things. You have set these things up all across the board, giving people a number of opportunities. But I guess bigger window, bigger opportunity. Is that the mindset here?
Absolutely. We want to make it so that it's very easy for people who are interested to come and apply. So we have dates throughout the week. We have some Saturday application dates. We have some evening application dates. So anybody who really has an interest, we will accommodate them with those time periods.
You can get the cards online at ToledoPolice.com. You can also go to Fire Station number 1, I understand, and pick up one there as well.
That is for the actual application,
okay. And
we will be accepting online applications. And in addition, you can go in person and apply at the Fire Administration Building, 545 North Huron Street.
Okay.
So once again, we're trying to make it as easy, especially for individuals who work during the day. We're trying to make it as accommodating as we can for people who really want to be police officers.
What we talked about in our first segment might scare the normal person. I mean, you talk about gang violence, you see the violence that has happened. I didn't want to use the word erupted because it's not an epidemic. It's just we have had some tragic situations over the last couple of weeks here in the Toledo region as far as linked, these situations being linked to gang violence and so forth. I wanted to ask you, we had a rookie police officer a couple of weeks ago who was responding to a call for a person trying to break into a car. That officer ended up firing his gun, shooting that person. As you look for a potential candidate, what do you screen? And if somebody's out there watching today and they think, I could do this, what do they need to think about themselves? What does it take to be a police officer?
What they really need is confidence and inner strength to be able to handle any type of situation. Police officers handle numerous situations throughout the day where you're maybe helping to find a lost child. It could be something involving guns. It could be a traffic stop. It could be a fire where the police officers are the first ones there. So it has to be some type of an inner strength that you have confidence within yourself that you can handle any type of situation.
Because you can't come in and check off a box that I don't want to be involved in anything dangerous.
Absolutely not. And every police officer, once they graduate from that police academy, will be out on patrol. So you have to have that understanding that everybody starts as a patrol officer patrolling the streets of Toledo.
Without fail.
Without fail. But in addition, on the flip side, you're helping people throughout the day. So you have to be able to understand that you're going to handle just an unbelievable number of types of calls, whether you're helping people, whether you're assisting a child, whether you're out chasing a burglar, making a traffic stop. So just having that understanding. But you also have to understand that there are so many types of people that want to be police officers. We have former teachers, former nurses, people who are in business who just have that need. They want to be out in the community. They want to help people. Some people maybe don't want to be stuck behind a desk for 8 hours a day. This is the type of job that they would fit into, where you can be out on patrol, out in the community, out on the streets of Toledo every day.
Let's talk about that exam, and if we could show some more of those specifics that we can just kind of roll through for people at home. You guys are giving a test which comes up on December 1st. The requirements are as such. Why don't you talk us through these?
Well, you have to be 20 years old to take the test, and under 30 or 34 years and under.
Okay.
That is the age range that is a requirement. You have to have a high school diploma or GED, and that's it.
Okay.
So you do have to meet those requirements, absolutely. You come, you take our test, you score high enough, and we will consider you for employment.
And then there are some other things, I guess, steps you have to take. And if we could go to the next screen and just show people the examinations that actually take place, and talk us through each of these.
Well, first of all, you take the written examination, and we will give you the materials to study for the examination, so you have everything you need. Absolutely not. You have everything you need to study for the exam. After that, you'll go through a background investigation. It's very thorough. We go through your history, your employment history, talk to your neighbors, criminal history, traffic history. If you're
vetted, essentially.
Absolutely. Yeah. After that, you'll go through an oral interview with a panel. Pretty straightforward. We want to talk to you, get to know you a little bit better. The people who pass through that process will then go through a medical examination, a psychological examination, a written psychological examination. Obviously, this is a very important position that we have to make sure we screen these individuals thoroughly before we hire them.
Right. And then I think the last thing, you have to be physically able to handle the position.
And if you are really interested in becoming a police officer, all this information is online, all the standards that you must meet for the physical requirements. So if you're thinking about it, you might even want to get started now, because there are some running requirements, push-ups, bench press, sit-ups.
Yeah.
So you really, if you're thinking about it, you might want to just start now and get in that shape.
It's not getting ready for a marathon, but you definitely need to be at least in good health and good working order, if you will.
Absolutely.
So once again, the effort is there to try to build up the ranks.
Yes, and we have through the past few years had a lot of retirements. So we are looking to fill those ranks. We're trying to prepare for the future, because in the next few years, we will also have a high volume of retirement, so we want to be prepared for the future.
And the other thing, and I think this will go quickly, but I mean, there is definitely a sisterhood and a brotherhood that exists as far as the Toledo Police Department is concerned.
Yes, there is. The officers who go through that process, who go through that screening process, go through the police academy, work together in dangerous situations, they do become close. They do have that desire to help each other through whatever situation that we come across.
Deputy Chief, thank you so much. Once again, if you want to check out those dates, go to ToledoPolice.com. We'll be right back.